What's going on, everybody? It's fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. Today I'm going to talk to you about a perfume and the house itself that I feel like a lot of people don't give a lot of attention to, and it's debatable why. But the fragrance house is Ex Nihilo. They're a Parisian perfume company, and the perfume I'm going to talk about is Amber Sky. And here is the bottle. The cap kind of slides off. It doesn't click into place. You can hold it from the top, but I don't suggest it because it comes out pretty easily. But, you know, nice bottle, nice presentation. But that's not really what people buy fragrances, at least not why I do. I do collect bottles, don't get me wrong, but it's about the fragrance. And this Amber Sky, the name kind of tells a lot about it. If you're interested in knowing, I've read a couple of places that Pharrell and Drake both like this company, and specifically this fragrance right here. I hear that Drake is a fan of this fragrance, and that's if you're interested in that kind of thing. I understand that for a while people were going crazy over the fact that Rihanna's favorite perfume may have been Love Don't Be Shy from by Killian. So if you're into that thing, now you know. If you cop this, you and Drake might be having the same perfume. So let's go into the notes of this fragrance. On the top notes, you have coriander, you have bergamot. In the mid notes, you have nutmeg and geranium. In the base notes, you have amber, tonka bean, cedar, sandalwood, and vanilla. So what do you get with this fragrance right here? Well, if you see the top, you got that coriander, you got that bergamot. That's exactly what you're gonna get. You're gonna get that spicy, light citrus, not too citrus. It is not necessarily like that summertime vibe citrus. It's enough to cut through that coriander, so it's not too spicy. But it's fresh, it's nice, it's not overbearing, and you're gonna want that because it's gonna kind of tone down a lot of what that mid and that base have, which is nutmeg and geranium and that middle note. And that geranium kind of gives it a floral kind of rosy feel to it. And the combination of that nutmeg, that geranium, and that coriander from the top give it this kind of leathery vibe. And when I say leather, I don't mean like really dark, harsh leather. I'm talking about like a butter soft, smooth leather. And with the help of that bergamot, it really kind of sweetens it out, kind of makes it an everyday kind of leather. And every leather is not, when you talk about fragrance, it's not every day. Sometimes when you think leather fragrances, you think a darker fragrance. But that bergamot really helps to make it a lighter type of leather. And leather's not a note in this fragrance. I'm just saying that that's the kind of feel you're gonna get from it, in my opinion. And this goes on for a good 15, 20, 30 minutes strong in that area. And you're still gonna get kind of hints of the sweetness that come from the base, but the base doesn't take over just yet. After a while though, you are gonna move away from that bergamot, and you will start moving closer into that base. And when you get to the base, you're gonna get that amber, you're gonna get that tonka. And I have a dry down over here. And that amber is a light amber. It's not cloyingly sweet amber. The tonka is not super sweet tonka. It's enough to make it a really nice amber fragrance. But the story here of this fragrance is that cedar and that sandalwood. Because that cedar is going to give it that woody vibe all the way through. And that sandalwood kind of makes everything nice and creamy. So it goes really well with the vanilla in the base as well. And what you get ultimately is, by the time you get all the way to the dry down, you're going to get that woody, ambery, vanillic smell. Semi-sweet, not too sweet, not so sweet that you look out of place in a formal event, but not so woody that it's off-putting to the person who's smelling you. That sandalwood makes it nice and creamy, and that tonka and that amber just play their part enough to keep you in this really attractive zone. And I really feel like the combination of all these notes make this a very, very, very attractive fragrance. If you're wearing it, you're gonna smell good. You're gonna smell good for a while wearing it as well. I know some people I've read that they feel like this goes it goes dead on the skin after a little while. Apply lotion. At the end of the day, if you feel like your fragrances are running out on your skin way faster than other people who wear the same fragrance, you might wanna lubricate that skin. But this right here is a winner in my book. If you like amber, I think you're gonna like this a lot. I got to smell it for the first time in Bergdorf Goodman in New York City, and it stood on my mind. It stood, and I took a sample. I used it all. I ordered another sample from Lucky Scent, and finally I was like, I'm gonna buy it. It's kind of expensive, depending on what you call expensive with fragrances, but this is not a Macy's counter perfume. I don't feel like if you buy it, it's a redundant purchase. I don't feel like if you buy this, you're gonna feel like I could have bought something in Macy's and it would have been the same thing. This is definitely high quality fragrance. It will set you apart. If you gotta have one really superior ambery, woody fragrance, this is a good one to go with. And it's definitely a fragrance that not a lot of people have. So that's my overall opinion of Ex Nihilo Amber Sky. Great fragrance, great amber, tonka and vanilla that come through. If you want to smell woody and vanillic and sweet with a really nice bright opening, this is definitely one you could reach for, and there's samples out there for you to try. I do go over fragrances that may not be very accessible or not the cheapest, and there's a reason for that. It's not because I think I'm better or I don't. Plain and simple, I don't like smelling like everybody else. That's it. When I was younger, I had everything that everybody else had, and I got tired of having Jumbo Gaultiers and Aqua de Joes and Dylan Blue and Chanel Blue and every blue bottle known to man. And when you step outside, everybody at work or everybody at the club or everybody at the restaurant you go to all smell the same. That's the only reason why I typically only go over less accessible perfumes and maybe just a little bit more pricey perfumes. I don't think that the price of a perfume makes it better, and I don't think the name of the person necessarily makes it better. My point is that I like having perfumes that not everybody has, and I know within the fragrance community a lot of people do have those same fragrances, but especially where I live, I don't really bump into people like that. I'm kind of oddball because I love fragrances so much. So that's my reason for it. If you're watching this and you wish that I did a review or went over my opinion on a certain fragrance, you can leave a comment. Let me know. If I have it, I'll go over it. If I have a sample, I'll go over it. And if I don't have it and I can get my nose on it, I can go over it at some point. But the takeaway today is Ex Nihilo Amber Sky. Beautiful fragrance. Check it out. Check it out. I don't see a lot of people talk about this house or this fragrance very often, and I think it should definitely be looked at a little more. That's all I have for you guys. Fragged out, swagged out, and I'm out.